Hello, everybody. Mike from Southern California again. It's Friday, April 24th, 2020, and you're on the mic. So, yesterday I talked about the passing of WWE, longtime WWE ring announcer Howard Finkel. Today, I'm going to talk about the passing of another pro wrestler, um, a man by the name of Dick Steinborn. Dick Steinborn was a top star throughout the Southern territories, primarily in the 60s and 70s. Um, he started his career in 1951 and continued all the way up to 1983. Among his accomplishments included being a former AWA World Tag Team Champion with with Doug Gilbert, aka Doug Lindsay. Not this is not the same Doug Gilbert who is related to the Gilbert family. This is a different Doug Gilbert who was another Southern star at the time, in the 60s and 70s. They were known as the tag team Mr. High and Mr. Low. Also, Dick Steinborn was a three-time Rocky Mountain heavyweight champion. Steinborn was primarily a star throughout the Southeast, being a top star in the Georgia territory as well as wrestling in the Florida, Tennessee, and Mid Atlantic territories, primarily for a good part of his career. Towards the end of his career in the early 80s, he was primarily wrestling down in Puerto Rico with World Wrestling Council Carlos Colon's promotion. Known as a good in ring worker. He won many titles throughout in the territory days, as I said, even including the AWA World Tag Team Championship and being a um, three-time Rocky Mountain champion. He won a number of titles in the Georgia territory. Um, Among other things, of course, he's also known for he trained former NWA World Heavyweight Champion Tommy Rich. Tommy Rich was one of the two guys he trained. He also trained his brother-in-law Jerry Oates, and he was a brother-in-law to Ted Oates as well, the brother-in-law to the Oates brothers. Um, Also, probably his most well known situation was happened in 1972. Um, at the time, it was known as ABC Booking, which was owned by the threesome of Paul Jones, not the same Paul Jones who was a wrestler. This was a promoter based out of Atlanta, Georgia. Paul Jones, Fred Ward, and Ray Gunkel. In the latter part of 72, Ray Gunkel had passed on after taking a heart punch from Hawks Baker. Now, what happened after this, in which, Ray Gunkel being a co owner of ABC Booking, his wife Ann Gunkel had tried to assert herself as a co owner. Well, the other two owners basically weren't happy about this, so they ended up closing ABC Booking and then opened up Mid South Sports. And Gunkel, with a number of wrestlers, one of them being Dick Steinborn, had decided to open up what they called an outlaw promotion at the time, All South Wrestling Association. Dick Steinborn was, of course, co-owner promoter of All South with Ann Gunkel and Jay Williams, primarily promoting shows out of Warner Robins, Georgia, the birthplace, of course, of Ron Simmons, the former WCW World Champion. Um, he would hold the Georgia, would at one point during the 2 years there from November of 72 to November of 74, he would hold at different points the All South versions of the Georgia Tag Team Television and Junior Heavyweight Championships. Um, So he was a part of that company. As I said, primarily focusing on staying in Georgia, but would also wrestle throughout a number of other southeastern um, promotions, including Tennessee, Florida, and and North, in the Mid Atlantic area. Having debuted in 1951 and ending his career in 1983, Dick Steinborn had a 32-year career. Born September 24th, 1933, passing away this past Saturday, um, April 18th, 2020, at the age of 86. Um, I said a huge star in the southeastern territories, particularly in Georgia in the 60s and 70s. One point even taking on the ring name Dickie Gunkel. So and winning a number of Georgia Tag Team Championships with Ray Gunkel. Um, that being said, that's all I can say about Dick Steinborn. So with that being said, let's move on to the next segment, This Day in Niche History. So first off, we on this date in Niche history, on this date in 1998, um, the first light novel of the shoujo fiction. Okay, I'm sorry. The first light novel of the Japanese light novel series, um, Maria Sama ga Mitaru, um, literally the Virgin Mary is watching, also known as Maria Watches Over Us and Marie Mite, um, was published on this date in 1998. On this date in 1998, the first light novel of the Marie Mite light novel series was published by Shueisha. And moving on this date in 2000, on an episode of Monday Nitro in WCW, Diamond Dallas Page would win his third WCW World Heavyweight Championship from Jeff Jarrett in a cage match. On this date in 2000, 20 years ago today, Diamond Dallas Page would win his third WCW World Heavyweight Championship um, in a cage match on Monday Nitro. Um, and on this date 1 year ago today, 2019, Volume 1 of the 1010th issue of Volume 1 of Action Comics went on newsstands on this date 1 year ago today, 2019. On this date 1 year ago today, DC Comics released on the newsstands the 1010th issue of Volume 1 of Action Comics. This issue featured the part 4 of the Leviathan Rises story arc. Um, so that's what happened on this date 1 year ago. Um, Action Comics number 1010, Volume 1, was released on this date. With that being said, if you guys would like to contact me directly, you can check the links below. My Discord link is down there. You can direct message me on Discord. Um, you can check out the Discord and join if you'd like. Um, Also, I'm still promoting a bunch of different dub companies. This should be a great time to get caught up on a lot of great animes, with us having to stay home and stuff. So, wherever you can find it, I suggest you try to watch as much anime as you guys like. Also, I'm still promoting the GoFundMe's. As always, guys, never feel like you have to donate. If you have the means to and it's on your heart to do so, please consider donating. If you've already donated, please consider donating again. And if you cannot donate, you can still help out the cause by sharing the link. Sharing is caring. And you never know. Maybe somebody in your circle of friends may look at it and see, hey, yeah, I want to help out too. You never know. It doesn't hurt to ask. And with that, if you like this content, I ask you to please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I always look forward to the conversations with you guys. Um, I usually will get back to you right away. Of course, as long as they're civil and respectful, you know, don't always agree to disagree um, on some things. But with that, with that, I hope you guys will catch this video. And don't forget, later on tonight will be the next premiere of my VA profiles. This week's episode will be on Bryce Papenbrooks. I hope I'll see a lot of you out there to converse with at the premiere tonight at 5. And with that, if I don't see you tonight, then I will see you on Monday. Bye.